Hello, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Those of us that love Y&R. Today's recap is for July 1st, 2022. Wow, Friday, cliffhanger Friday. Let's dive right in. It was actually a good episode for me today. I was kind of on pins and needles a bit about the Victoria issue, but I'm going to get to that. I'm going to hold that off for last. We, of course, had a lot of chatter between Chelsea and Adam, and because he found out that Victoria booked the Newman jet to fly to New York, pick her up, and bring her back to Genoa City, because he had booked the jet to take Connor to a game, and now he can't do that. So that raised some concern for him, and Sally is like, don't jump to the wrong conclusions. And he's like, you don't know my family. You know, he knows his position is not solidified if Victoria comes back. So he's worried. She's trying to reassure him. She talks him into offering Chloe the COO position of Newman Media. She's going to offer Chloe that. And Adam said, you forget she hates me. And she's like, well, you know what? She actually may need a change, may want to change, and she'll be working pretty much for me, not you. So we shall see how that worked. And after the last encounter, and I'm going to get into Chelsea and Chloe, those two. But anyway, so she convinces Adam to just wait on the Victoria thing. Don't doom and gloom until they know more information. And then they can react accordingly. So Chelsea and Chloe, those two went at it, okay? And I kind of liked it because Chloe reminded Chelsea of some hard truths. You know, she says, look, you had a medical condition, mental medical condition, and I understand that. And you needed to get away. You needed time. She said, but what I did to secure a place for you to land as your best friend was work for a man I hate. I absolutely hate him, but I did for you. And then she just went on and talked about the things that she had done to just do this for her friend. And her friend has come back. She goes, and you even at one point told me you didn't even know if you were coming back. You didn't know if you were going to come back to the company I helped create for you. And then Chelsea's like, yeah, but ever since I've been back, you've been micromanaging me. You've been doing this. And Chloe is just like, you're not getting it. You jump from 10 to 110 in your emotions over anything I say. It's like I'm tiptoeing around every conversation with you. And Chloe's going on and on about her creative process Chelsea was going on about her creative process, and Chloe was kind of like, look, I know you, and I know some of your signs. And am I just not supposed to say anything to you? And she's like, this is not working. And so then Chelsea jumps to, oh, so you just, well, what are you saying? What are you saying? You want to quit? You want to just, renege on the deal with Lauren? She's just going off and off and off. And Chloe's like, this is exactly what I'm saying. I said, this is not working. You completely jump to, I'm leaving. When I'm saying this level of communication that we have is not working, we have to find something different in order to, that's what I'm saying. And of course, Chelsea ends up saying Chloe is pretty much still trying to micromanage her, and she's not going to stand for it. And she just goes on and leaves in a huff. And of course, Sally is in there because people in Genoa City forget their doggone credit cards at society more than any place on earth. So she came back to get her credit card and witnessed the whole thing. So she couldn't wait to go talk to Chloe, and she's going to make Chloe the proposition of COO, but it didn't show that today, but that's going to be Monday. So as Chelsea is leaving society, guess who's walking into society? It is Billy, or he was walking down the little walkway to go into society. So he asked her, hey, Chelsea, is everything okay? No, everything is not. I'm far from okay. And she just storms right on out of there. And of course, what do you think happens? Billy decides, oh no, I must go after Chelsea because I need to find out, is she okay? I need to deal with her. I need to see if I can fix things. So he follows her to the park, and what does she say? Oh, you followed me here? And he's like, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. I was kind of choking a little bit earlier, so I keep clearing my throat. I just wanted to make sure you're okay. So they start talking, and she's telling him all about Chloe. And, you know, he keeps talking her and talking her into a better space. He's talking about, yes, working with Lily. Sometimes they do have arguments, but they find ways to work it out. So anyway, he, of course, you know, shed some light on her. Next thing we know, Chelsea's just smiling and, oh, you know, it's light and jovial. And she was given that smile and that look like she would give to Ray. And I was like, here she goes. Here she goes. Okay. And of course, in soap opera land, anytime we put two people constantly together that have never been together in years, you know, now she and Billy are just getting to be best buds. Oh, but anyway, that was their situation. So he cheered her up and she felt better and the whole 9 yards. But the best scenes were Victoria Newman and Ashlynn. I was nervous because Victoria was so absolutely smug and just cutthroat. She was ready to just rip his eyes right out of his head. But she was doing it in such a tone, such a loathing, hateful tone. It was like, oh my goodness, is this man going to lose it and harm her? Because she was so confident in his face. Oh, she's like, yeah, you know what? Oh, it was a lie. Ever since I got back from Switzerland, I was lying. And you just knew that you could manipulate me. You just knew that I needed you so much. She goes, it didn't take much to deceive you because you thought you didn't. Well, she goes, for one, you didn't really know me. I would never leave my family. You just didn't even know that much about me. But she said, yeah, you want to know? I took it all. Showed him the bank account, mine. Want to know why I took it? I was like, whoo, okay, yikes, Victoria, you know. You want to know why I took it from you, Ashlynn? She goes, because you didn't deserve to walk away with a dime of my family's money. Yeah, you gave $250 million to Nick. She goes, I saw right through that. But you didn't deserve the rest. So it was my plan and my plan alone. And because he goes, your father, you know what? Your father talked you into this. This is not you. This is not the type of person you are. And I was thinking, well, she's Victoria Newman. He didn't know that that was the type of person she was when she was scheming and plotting with him against Adam. He didn't know that she was the ultimate female version of his deviousness. She was truly Ashlynn Locke's match. Okay, mini Victor. That's why she's Victoria. Okay, Victorette. But anyway, she just laid it out and she said, you know, you used the love because I did love you. And she explained how she felt every day when she thought he was dying, the pit of her stomach, having to live with his death and having to watch him so-called anguish and suffer. She says, and that just didn't mean nothing to you. She goes, you don't have a heart, you don't have a soul. Oh, she just laid him out. Okay. And when it came time to walk out the door, I thought, okay, oh my God, is he gonna really let her leave? Is he going to let her leave? I thought he was gonna grab her arm and she was gonna, because she kind of reached right by him, picked up her phone off of the coffee table. And I'm like, Victoria, you're getting too close, And she grabbed her bag, walked to the door, took her little carry-on, walked right out that door. And Ashlynn Locke was standing there like, huh, did that just happen? Wow, she bested me for now. See, here's the thing. She's like, you're left with nothing. She goes, or you're left with what you walked into town with. She goes, oh, but with a little less because we have your company. Newman has Locke. Okay, so you're walking out of here without that company. But one thing is for sure, Ashlynn still has a lot of money. That little $250,000 million that he signed over was nothing to him. It really wasn't. He was wealthy before they made him that offer to walk away. Remember, Newman bought out his company. They didn't steal it from him. He didn't give it to him. Oh, they paid him a healthy sum for Locke, whatever, Locke Communications or whatever it was called. And Ashlynn has always had money. So we have not heard the last of Ashlynn Locke. Oh, I know it. He's getting ready to come back and come back with a vengeance. And it's not going to be pretty. I don't know what he's going to do or how he's going to do it. And you want to know what I would love to see? I would love to see them bring back the original actor that played Ashlynn for this part, because the stance of that actor, and I don't know his name, I didn't look that up, he could carry on coming back, just taking names, okay, and leveling the whole playing field. That particular actor, to me, just in his face, he can do it. And I would really like to see him come back and do that when they bring Ashlynn back, because Ashlynn Locke is not gone. I want to know, what are your thoughts on that? How did you like Cliffhanger Friday? What scene was your favorite scene? How did you like Victoria just laying him out? What did you think about it? How did you like Chloe actually just putting it down and out there for Chelsea? It's not all about you. Get out of here, girl. Please. I made this for you, and you playing when you got back here. Oh, anyway, great episode today. I'm going to go over to some quick comments because we had a few comments. YNR fan Annette, she said, let me see. No, you know what? Actually, I have already covered the YNR comments. The comments were on, predictions on who Victoria was working for. So yes, we've covered the comments. Please give me some comments to talk about. I love spending time at the end talking about, some of your comments, because you come up with some really, really good comments. So with that being said, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up, like this video, and I definitely want to hear your comments. We need to talk about this episode, so give me some comments. And I'll highlight some of the comments on Monday, and also ring that notification bell so that you can get notifications at the end. So with that being said, YNR fans, have a phenomenal weekend.